is Good Morning Connecticut on News 8.
All right, professional chef Julie Hartigan is in the house. She always delivers, and she's going to turn up the spice meter a little bit today. She's making Indian spice roasted chickpea stew.
All right, that sounds really good for somebody who has a cold right now, right?
Yeah, open
all
up
the
those
spice. Plus, we're prepping today's 8-minute meal in the kitchen. Chef Julie Hartigan stirring up a stew that is healthy and tasty. We'll be right back. Plus, we're prepping today's 8-minute meal in the kitchen. Chef Julie Hartigan laying out the ingredients for a healthy stew that will fill you up. We'll be right back.
We're going to send things over to the kitchen with Jocelyn. What are you making in there, Joss?
Well, Laura, we were actually paying attention to what you guys were saying because we both have dogs. Great advice, right?
My dog could use a little help, yes. Sebastian's adorable.
We're prepping today's 8-minute meal with professional chef Julie Hartigan, and you're making this heart-healthy stew.
It is so healthy. It's a roasted cauliflower tandoori chickpea stew. And the trick, all right, everyone's doing New Year's resolutions, right? Everyone wants to eat healthier, maybe meal prep, maybe eat more veggies. This soup has such a great texture, and it's super low calorie and really easy to make. And the trick is you start with some sauteed onions like I have here, and then we're going to add some really cool spices to it.
Look at all these spices.
You know what? If you don't have all these, I've got cumin seed, mustard seed, curry, garlic and ginger. You could totally just go with curry. But the trick to this soup that's giving it that really thick, amazing texture is that we're going to puree some cauliflower in it, and then we're going to add all of these amazing ingredients and some roasted cauliflower.
So that will thicken it when you do the cauliflower, when you add it there, and then the crunchy is for
exactly, because you want texture. I think, you know, one of the things that is a challenge with soups, they can be a little watery, a little bland, and I'm like kind of a soup whisperer. I love making them like really delicious and filled with flavor and body.
How spicy is this?
Not spicy, just lots of flavor. I mean, everybody's been coming around
I'm thinking,
smelling
it
it,
is.
right?
Absolutely smells great.
And you know what? If you don't like too much flavor in your soup, you want to kind of keep it mild, you could just go with a little cumin, a little curry powder. You don't have to add everything.
I like cumin.
Yeah, I know, me too. It's such a flexible one. And the other trick that's really great, and I'm going to show you guys how to use this, is an immersion blender to puree the soup and get it after.
We'll do this in the next half hour. All right, great. So stick around. We'll be back. We're headed to the kitchen next to finish today's 8-minute meal. Chef Julie Hartigan fixing us up with a healthy stew with a lot of flavor.
Back in the kitchen now, finishing our 8-minute meal with Julie Hartigan, making an Indian spice roasted cauliflower and chickpea stew. And you were saying this is very healthy.
Super healthy, very light. You can make this vegan, vegetarian. We started with some onion and those spices and some chicken broth, but you could use vegetable broth too if you wanted to.
And my nasal passages, they're already opening.
Such great aroma. So a key to keeping things light but giving you tons of flavor is using all those different spices. And here's another great trick. So what we did, we simmered before some cauliflower in the broth. This guy right here, an immersion blender, you were saying you have one, Laura, right?
Yeah.
Gil does not. So the reason I want to show this to you guys, basically you're bringing a blender to your bowl or to your pot. Here's a tip. Tip your pot like this because you want to get it submerged.
Yeah, you don't want to wear this stuff, right? Is that the trick?
But what we're doing here is getting a really thick broth by pureeing the cooked cauliflower.
Wow.
So that's one of the tricks. And I love doing this with all different kinds of soups. It works with bean soups, butternut squash soup. You can partially puree if you like things like a little bit chunky.
That does go fast, huh?
Yeah, and it's great. And it's less cleanup too, and it's small. I mean, all you need to do to clean up is pop this top off right here, and it goes right in the dishwasher.
Wow.
Really easy.
Awesome.
So to finish this soup, we're going to add some delicious chickpeas to give it some great texture and bite and some more fiber. A can of diced tomatoes. So this is very flexible. You could use tomatoes with chilies if you wanted more of a kick.
Yeah.
Adding some green beans, you can use frozen. They're totally fine. You could do peas. That would be nice too. Kind of whatever you have on hand. And I'm doing baby spinach. You could do frozen spinach too. But the big trick to this soup, to giving it this amazing texture that we have in the finished dish, is roasted cauliflower. So we used pureed cauliflower to get it so yummy and thick, but roasting cauliflower gets it really nutty and brown and crunchy. And I've totally converted some cauliflower haters into lovers by doing it
you
this
can
way.
snack on this. This
oh my
is
gosh,
good.
so good. It tastes like popcorn. So the key to doing this, parchment paper on a cookie sheet, and I'll explain why. It absorbs some of the moisture from the vegetables, creates a non-stick surface, so you're not scraping all that brown deliciousness off your cookie sheet. It makes it so easy. So I've got some cauliflower florets here with just a little cooking spray and curry powder. Here's the other trick when you're roasting your veggies. Go with like a 450-degree oven, really high heat, and make sure you give them room to breathe on the parchment paper. They need.
Okay, spread them out.
Yeah, you know, otherwise they're going to sweat, and you want to get the hot air all around them, so get them browned and yummy. At 450 for about 30 minutes. Do you mind passing me that, Gil?
Not at all.
And then they come out.
Yeah. What did you spray on them?
They
Olive
come
oil
out.
or?
I just did cooking spray, curry powder, and a little bit of kosher salt.
Okay.
But you can use any spices you want. Curry,
That
cumin,
looks
anything
good.
like that. Yeah, so you add the roasted cauliflower to the soup at the end too, and that's what's going to give you that like thick, rich stew-like texture, but you're not adding any gluten, any potato, butter, cream, like all those things that make soups
For the
heavier.
new year,
Yeah.
you're keeping me on track.
I've got so many healthy soups. Yeah, on my
And you
website.
said with Weight Watchers too, this is a
If
way?
people are following the WW plan, that is 0 points, which basically means it doesn't, you know, you eat it, but you count it, but it's 0, so you can save up for, you know, whatever the other treats are that you want to enjoy.
And we want to get your website on too. What is it? So everyone
I've
at
got so
home.
many great recipes, you guys, on my website. It's cookingwjulie.com, and I share a lot on Instagram too, at cookingwjulie.
I love your stuff on Instagram. I follow you.
I know, me
Thank
too.
you. I know, I love these guys.
All right.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
This
Happy
is
New Year
great.
to
Thanks
you
for having
too.
me. Happy New Year to you guys.
Same to you.
All right, and stay with us. We'll be right back.